Welcome back to Top Liberty Coins, your trusted home for rare coin knowledge, hidden treasures from pocket change, and the real stories behind every cent. Today, we're unlocking the secrets of one of the most fascinating and valuable Lincoln pennies ever minted, the 1976 Lincoln cent. This humble 1-cent coin might look ordinary at first glance, but under the right conditions, its value can skyrocket to $787.99 or more in today's collector market. Whether you're a new coin collector, a history lover, or someone who just found a 1976 penny in your change, this video will guide you through every detail, from its origin story to its current market worth. The birth of the 1976 PNNY. To truly appreciate the 1976 Lincoln cent, we must go back to the era that created it. The year 1976 was America's bicentennial, a historic celebration of 200 years of independence. Patriotic pride was everywhere. Coins, stamps, and collectibles all reflected this milestone. While the Lincoln cent didn't receive a special bicentennial design like the quarter, half dollar, or dollar, it still became a part of this historic year. Minted in Denver, the 1976 penny carried the same trusted image of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909. But this ordinary appearance hides extraordinary potential. Mint details and SPCFICTONS. The 1976 Lincoln cent was struck at the Denver Mint, symbolized by the small d mint mark beneath the date. It was produced in huge numbers, over 4.2 billion coins, and made primarily from 95% copper and 5% zinc. Each penny weighs about 3.11 grams, measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter, and features the classic wheat reverse's successor, the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. Even though billions were made, the true treasure lies in those rare coins that survived in pristine condition. Why condition is EVRYTHNG? Condition is the key that unlocks value. A circulated 1976 penny from your pocket change might be worth just 1 cent to 5 cents, but a coin that has been preserved in mint state, MS, condition, untouched, shiny, and flawless, can sell for hundreds of dollars. Collectors look for coins graded MS65, MS66, MS67, or higher. At these grades, the value skyrockets because such coins are extremely rare among billions minted. A pristine 1976 penny in MS67 red has sold for nearly $787.99, proving that condition transforms a common coin into a collector's dream. Rarity and scarcity. FACTORS. Despite its massive mintage, high-grade 1976 cents are scarce. Why? Most coins entered circulation quickly and suffered scratches, nicks, and wear. Few survived without damage. Additionally, the bicentennial year led many people to save coins as souvenirs, but they rarely handled them properly. Even minor handling reduces a coin's grade. Finding a bright red, mint state 1976 penny today is like finding a needle in a haystack, and that rarity drives value. Market value. Today let's talk about the money. A circulated 1976 penny is typically worth 1 to 5 cents. A lightly circulated or about uncirculated AU coin might bring 10 cents to $0.25. In MS65 red, the coin can sell for $25 to $50. In MS66 red, the price jumps to $120 to $250. And in MS67 red, the top condition known, it can reach $787.99 or more in auctions. The market is strong, and collectors are always seeking top condition examples for their Lincoln cent sets. Famous auction alias auction history reveals how valuable the 1976 penny can be. Some remarkable sales include a 1976 Lincoln cent graded MS67 red sold for around $787.99. Another example graded MS66 plus fetched over $300. Even coins in lower mint states regularly sell for $50 to $150 when they have exceptional eye appeal. Each auction proves one thing: condition and color matter more than anything else. The power of red, brown, and red BROWN. When grading copper coins like the Lincoln cent, color is a critical factor. Coins are labeled as BN, brown, RB, red-brown, or RD, red. BN coins are darker and less valuable. RB coins show partial red luster. RD coins, with full bright red luster, are the most prized and valuable. A 1976 D penny graded MS67RD is worth several times more than the same grade in brown. Varieties and errors. Watch FR collectors love varieties and errors, and the 1976 D penny has its share. Double die obverse rare examples with doubled lettering or date can fetch premium prices, center strikes depending on severity. These errors can bring $50 to $200. Clipped planchets partial blanks missing a section can be worth $25 to $100. Die cracks or cuds small minting mistakes that collectors find fascinating and valuable. Always inspect your coins carefully, hidden errors can multiply. The value. Historical context of 1976. The 1970s were a period of change in America. Post-Vietnam, space exploration, and the bicentennial celebration dominated headlines. The Lincoln cent, a daily reminder of American history, continued its long journey through pocket change during this historic year. Even though the penny's design didn't change, its symbolic connection to America's 200th birthday adds historical weight and collectible appeal. Why collectors love 1976 D. Collectors treasure the 1976 D penny for several reasons. It's a bicentennial year coin, marking 200 years of U.S. independence. Denver Mint coins often strike sharper than Philadelphia coins. High-grade examples are rare and challenging to find. Its affordability in lower grades makes it perfect for beginners, while top grades attract advanced collectors. How to identify a valuable 1976 D PNNY. Finding a valuable coin requires careful inspection. Here's what to look for: a bold, clear D mint mark under the date, sharp details in Lincoln's hair and coat, full original red luster with no spotting or discoloration, absolutely no scratches, dings, or wear on high points, certification by PCGS or NGC, which guarantees grade and authenticity. Preserving and storing your PNNY. If you find a high-quality 1976 D penny, proper storage is vital. Use non-PVC coin holders or capsules. Keep the coin in a cool, dry place away from sunlight and humidity. Never clean the coin. Cleaning destroys its value instantly. Consider professional grading if you believe it's MS66 or higher. Investment potential and future value. The Lincoln Cent series is one of the most collected in the world. As time passes, pristine 1976 D pennies will only become scarcer. Collectors building registry sets are willing to pay more for top-grade examples. As copper prices rise and historical interest grows, coins like the 1976 D could see steady value increases over time. Buying or holding one now could be a smart long-term investment. Final thoughts: a penny worth $100 from a tiny 1-cent coin struck nearly 50 years ago emerges a story of history, rarity, and hidden value. The 1976 D Lincoln penny may seem common, but in exceptional condition, it's worth far more than its face value, up to $787.99 or even higher. So, check your change, search your coin jars, and look closely at every penny. Treasure might be sitting right in your hands. This is Top Liberty Coins, reminding you that every coin tells a story, and sometimes, even a single cent can change your fortune. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1976 D Lincoln Cent, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more rare coin discoveries and expert numismatic insights. Thank you for watching, and may your next penny be worth a fortune. Today, we're diving deep into the world of the 1993 D Lincoln penny, one of the most fascinating and surprisingly valuable modern coins in U.S. history. You might think a penny is just 1 cent, but the truth is that certain rare examples from 1993 can be worth hundreds of dollars, even up to $787.98 or more. Stay with us through all 15 parts of this video because by the end, you'll know exactly how to identify a valuable penny, understand its history, and maybe even discover a small fortune sitting in your coin jar. The origin of the Lincoln PNNY. Before we talk about the 1993 D, let's go back to the beginning. The Lincoln Cent was first introduced in 1909, to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was revolutionary, the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. For over a century, the Lincoln penny has remained a symbol of American history and change. From the wheat ears reverse, 1909 to 1958, to the memorial reverse, 1959 to 2008, and the newer Union Shield design, 2010, present, each era tells a story. And the 1993 D penny sits right in the middle of that journey. 1993, a year of transition, and chang the year 1993 might not sound ancient, but for coin collectors, it's now over 30 years ago, and that means coins from this year are officially vintage by modern standards. The Denver Mint, represented by the D Mint mark, produced hundreds of millions of pennies that year. Most were ordinary, but not all. As time passes, coins from this period become scarcer in mint condition, and certain minting errors make them extremely valuable. Design details of the 1993 D Lincoln PNNY. The obverse features the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln, facing right, with the word Liberty to his left and the year 1993 to his right. Below the date, you'll find the small D Mint mark for the Denver Mint. Above Lincoln's head, the motto, "In God We Trust," proudly appears. The reverse still carried the Lincoln Memorial design in 1993, with "United States of America" and 1 cent boldly displayed. If you look closely, you can even see a tiny statue of Lincoln inside the memorial, a detail that many people overlook. How many were made? Mintage NUMBRS. The Denver Mint struck approximately 6.4 billion 1993 D Lincoln cents. With numbers like that, you might wonder, how could any be rare? Well, rarity isn't just about mintage, it's about condition, demand, and error varieties. Most of those billions have been worn down in circulation or melted. But pristine, high-grade coins, or those with unusual minting errors, are extremely hard to find today. Why condition matters? Most collectors use a grading scale from poor all the way to mint state 70, MS 70. Most 1993 D pennies you find will grade around fine, F12, or very fine, VF20, worth about their face value. But if you find a coin in mint state condition, MS 65 or higher, it can be worth $5 to $25. At MS 67, the price can jump to $100 or more. And at the ultra-rare MS 68 level, prices can soar to $500 to $787.98, depending on demand and market trends. That's nearly 78,000 times its face value. Rare errors that increase value. Errors are a major reason some 1993 D pennies are worth serious money. Look for double die obverse, slight doubling on the date or Liberty letters, center strikes if part of the design is missing or shifted, broad strike errors, a coin struck without a collar, appearing wider than usual, clipped planchet, a coin missing a small crescent-shaped piece. BAE error, a die break between the letters B and E in Liberty, forming what looks like an extra letter, I. Each of these errors can increase a coin's value from $50 all the way up to hundreds of dollars. How to spot a valuable 1993 D PNNY? Grab a magnifying glass and check for sharp, crisp details on Lincoln's face and hair, clear, strong strike on Liberty and In God We Trust. A glossy, red luster, this is a sign of original mint condition. Any doubling, missing letters, or shape irregularities. No scratches, dents, or discoloration, even small details can make the difference between a penny worth 1 cent and one worth hundreds. The story behind the value $787.98. You might be wondering, why that specific number? Because recent auction records show 1993 D Lincoln cents graded MS 68 RD, red designation for brilliant mint color, have sold for $787.98 and higher. These coins are so rare because even tiny imperfections during striking or handling can drop the grade. Fewer than a handful are known at this high level, which is why collectors compete fiercely for them. Where to find rare 1993 D pennies? Think rare pennies are only in old collections. Think again. You might find them in pocket change at garage sales or flea markets, inside old coin jars in your home, at estate sales, in coin rolls from the bank. Always check any 1993 D pennies you come across. Lightning can strike anywhere, and you could be holding a small fortune without even knowing it. How to preserve and store THM? If you think you found a valuable penny, don't clean it. Cleaning can destroy its numismatic value. Instead, handle it carefully by the edges, store it in a 2x2 coin holder or airtight capsule, keep it in a cool, dry place away from sunlight, consider getting it graded by PCGS or NGC if you believe it's in mint condition. Comparing with other RAREST, the 1993 D penny is special, but it's part of a larger series. Other valuable Lincoln cents include 1992 close AM penny, worth thousands. 1995 double die obverse, up to $1,0001983 double die reverse, hundreds of $1,972 double die obverse, over $500 in mint state. This shows how even modern pennies can hold incredible value if they have the right features. Collector demand and market. Trends coin collecting, or numismatics, is booming again. As new generations discover the thrill of finding hidden treasures, demand for high-grade Lincoln cents continues to climb. The 1993 D is still considered a sleeper coin. Many collectors overlook it. But that's exactly why experts believe its value will rise even higher in the coming years. How to sell a rare PNNY? If you discover a valuable 1993 D penny, you have options. Auction houses, heritage auctions, Stack's Bowers, and great collections are top choices. Online platforms, eBay can work well if you have it professionally graded. Coin dealers, a certified dealer can appraise and purchase it directly. Always compare offers and never rush into a sale. The right buyer might pay much more than you expect. Final thoughts and call TOACTO. And so now you know, the humble 1993 D Lincoln penny, often ignored and overlooked, could be worth $787.98 or more if it's rare or in exceptional condition. It's a perfect example of how history hides in plain sight and how small details make a big difference in the world of coins. Make sure you check your change, search those coin rolls, and look closely at every penny, because treasures are still out there waiting to be found. That if you enjoyed this deep dive and want more guides on rare coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for top Liberty coins. We bring you the stories, secrets, and market updates on the coins that could change your life. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and keep your eyes on those pennies. Today, we're diving deep into the world of the legendary Lincoln penny, one of the most collected coins in American history. Since its first minting in 1909, the Lincoln cent has become far more than just a 1-cent coin. It's a historical symbol, a collectible treasure, and in many cases, a small piece of metal worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Some rare Lincoln cents have been sold for $787.97 or more, and many collectors are still searching for them today. The birth of the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln penny was introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, making it the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical person. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin's obverse shows a right-facing portrait of Lincoln, while the reverse originally displayed 2 wheat stalks, earning it the nickname wheat penny. These early pennies, minted from 1909 to 1958, are now considered highly collectible. Some rare early versions, like the 1909 SVDB, are worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars today. The wheat penny era, the wheat-back design, is where many of the most valuable Lincoln cents come from. The 1909 SVDB, minted in San Francisco with the designer's initials, is one of the most sought-after coins in the series. Only about 484,000 of them were produced, and their scarcity drives high collector demand. In top condition, one of these can sell for over $700, with circulated examples often worth $100, $300. Other key dates from this era include 1914 D, 1922 No D, and 1931 S, all of which are worth significantly more than face value. Transition to the memorial reverse in 1959. The Lincoln cent's reverse design changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial, marking the 150th anniversary of his birth. Though most memorial cents are common, there are still rare varieties worth collecting. Some 1960 small date cents, 1972 double die obverse, and 1983 double die reverse varieties have been sold for hundreds of dollars. These coins remind collectors that even modern pennies can hold significant value if you know what to look for. Modern Lincoln Shield cent. The most recent design update came in 2010, featuring a bold Union shield on the reverse to represent Lincoln's preservation of the United States. While most shield cents are still in circulation and worth 1 cent, certain error coins and high-grade mint state examples are already fetching high prices. Some 2017 and 2019 double die errors have sold for $50 to $150, and collectors expect their value to grow over time. Understanding mint marks and where they matter. One of the most important details in coin collecting is the mint mark, a tiny letter showing where the coin was made. For Lincoln cents, D, Denver's, San Francisco. Certain mint marks dramatically affect value. For example, the 1914 D wheat penny is worth hundreds of dollars, while the same year minted in Philadelphia is often worth only a few dollars. The 1922 No D penny, missing its mint mark entirely, can fetch over $500 in high grade. Why condition and grade are everything. A Lincoln penny's value depends heavily on its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from poor, P1, to mint state, MS, 70. A worn 1909 SVDB might sell $4.100. A pristine MS 65 example could reach $787.97 or more. A rare double die penny in top condition can break $1,000 at auction. Always handle coins carefully and consider professional grading if you suspect you have a valuable piece. Famous varieties and ERRs. Some of the most valuable Lincoln cents are those with striking errors or unusual varieties. Collectors love these unique mistakes, and they often pay big money for them. Watch for 1955 double die obverse, worth up to $1,500 plus. 1972 double die obverse, often sells for $200 to $4,001,983. Double die reverse, up to $3,001,992. Close AM, can sell $4,100 plus. These coins prove that mistakes from the mint can turn a 1-cent coin into a small fortune. How to spot rare Lincoln cents in your change. Even today, you might have a valuable penny hiding in your pocket change. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the date. Older is often better. The mint mark, certain letters mean rare. Any doubling, centers, or other unusual details. Collectors still find rare pennies in everyday circulation, especially wheat cents from the 1940s and 1950s. The 2020 market for Lincoln cents. The coin market remains strong, with collectors paying premium prices for top condition and rare date Lincoln cents. In 2020, many classic pennies continued to rise in value. 1909 SVDB in MS 65 around $700, $8001914 D in MS 63 about $600 to $7,001,955. Double die $1,200 plus. Even more modern errors from the 1980s and 1990s often sell for $50 to $200, proving that the Lincoln penny market remains vibrant and profitable. Why collectors love the Lincoln cent. Beyond its value, the Lincoln penny holds deep historical and emotional meaning. It honors one of America's greatest presidents and tells a story of over a century of U.S. history. From its debut in 1909 to its present-day form, the penny has witnessed wars, technological revolutions, and dramatic changes in American life, all while remaining a staple in everyday transactions. Investing in rare pennies. For many, collecting Lincoln cents isn't just a hobby, it's an investment. Prices for top coins have steadily increased over time, and rare varieties continue to gain attention. Smart collectors focus on key dates, high-grade coins, and error varieties. Even starting with a few wheat pennies from the 1940s and 1950s can lead to a collection worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Preserving and storing your collections. And to keep your pennies valuable, store them properly. Use acid-free coin flips, airtight capsules, or coin albums to protect against scratches, moisture, and corrosion. Never clean your coins. Cleaning can ruin their surfaces and dramatically reduce their value. Properly stored Lincoln cents will maintain their beauty and market worth for decades to come. The future of Lincoln cents collections. Even as cash usage declines, coin collecting is growing. The Lincoln penny, with its long history and deep symbolism, will remain a favorite among numismatists for generations. New varieties, discoveries, and market trends ensure that collectors will always be on the lookout for the next valuable find. And perhaps your next coin could be worth $787.97 or even more. Final thoughts and collections. From a humble 1-cent piece to a collector's treasure worth hundreds, the Lincoln penny is a reminder that history, artistry, and value can come in the smallest forms. So next time you receive change, don't overlook those pennies. One of them could be your ticket to a rare and valuable find. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of Lincoln cents, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Top Liberty Coins, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our latest guides on rare coins, coin history, and hidden treasures that could be sitting right in your pocket.